One NFL player's diet had Kevin Garnett looking like he just heard the craziest thing ever. Another player eats so much of a particular food that he has farmers working overtime.
With my wife, back.
And you wouldn't believe what Patrick Mahomes eats. But first, let's start with a player that eats things that are supposed to make you slow, but instead turns him into a freaking cheetah. The first time I saw Tyreek Hill run, I thought Usain Bolt switched sports and gave himself some dreads. But wait, didn't Tyreek even say he was faster than Usain?
I'm faster than Usain Bolt.
The numbers might disagree with him, but that's not the point. The fact is, this dude can run. According to him, it's all because of his grandma's secret recipe, Popeyes. I kid you not. The dude admitted himself, first on Twitter and then in an interview with GQ Sports.
It's none other than Popeyes. This is part of my grandmother's secret recipe for me being.
According to him, he usually gets a 5-piece chicken nugget, spicy black and ranch hot sauce, and honey, and also a side of Doritos. And guess what? Tyreek would do anything to get his Popeyes. One time, he paid for everybody's food in a queue just to get served first.
I buy everybody's food in line so I can get chicken sandwiches.
I don't know about you, but that sounds like an addiction that needs rehab. And even Shannon Sharp agrees.
Y'all diet is terrible.
Anyway, this next player's diet may not have made him faster, but it definitely turned him into Michelangelo's David. DK Metcalf isn't just built like a tank. This man has a physique that you can only find on sculpted statues of Greek gods. But what's crazier is the kind of food he eats to remain this way. I know, Mr. Garnett, I'm just as confused as you are right now.
One meal a day, drink one coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy.
This meal plan is so bizarre that Garnett had to ask if by candy he meant candy or if that was code word for a special meal.
Man, define bags of candy, man.
But DK made it clear that when he said candy, he meant candy.
Jelly beans?
Nah, see, I'm a gummy type of guy. So you get your life.
Although DK doesn't have a sponsorship deal with a candy brand yet, it's safe to say we can expect one soon.
I eat a lot of candy.
But while DK's meal plan makes no sense, this next player doesn't even allow certain veggies on his plate. What exactly would a 7-time Super Bowl champion eat? Large amounts of candy or condiments? To tell you the truth, Tom Brady's diet is so strict that it makes you understand the sacrifices players make to be great. Before we know what he does eat, let's take a look at what he doesn't eat, because there's a lot. Brady doesn't eat vegetables that are inflammatory, such as tomatoes, peppers, and eggplant, simply because they contain alkaloids. Also, there's no caffeine or dairy in his diet. So, what is he eating that had him beating his opponent with big losses? Well, he eats the least processed and most natural foods he can, which include hormone and antibiotic-free meat, grains, and legumes, with selected vegetables and fruits such as stone fruits and leafy greens. The science points out that Brady is really just being superstitious about being that selective with his food. But this next player traveled all the way to Peru for a specific plant drink. Aaron Rodgers had a stellar 2-year run from 2020 to 21, where he won the MVP title twice in a row.
2021 AP Most Valuable Player is Aaron Rodgers.
And that's a little too impressive for a quarterback in his late 30s, but Rodgers knew exactly why he became so good so late. On a podcast with Aubrey Marcus, Rodgers has this to say about his incredible start to the decade.
Yeah, I don't think it's a coincidence. I really don't. I don't really believe in coincidences at this point. It's the universe.
Really? The universe? Was Aaron Judge now a hippie quarterback? Or was there something in the Wisconsin air in 2020 aside from the coronavirus? Oh no, it's a new part of Rodgers' diet he found on his 2020 journey to Peru. You see, on his trip, he started drinking the notoriously psychedelic drink ayahuasca. It sure is a strong psychedelic juice because Rodgers started playing better and talking like a monk because of it. But he had to get off of it because if he had continued, his NFL career would have ended. Why, you may ask? It's simply because ayahuasca contains a substance called DMT, which is banned from the NFL. These are substances that NFL players could get canceled for promoting on podcasts. and DMT being in the class as them says a lot about how much trouble Rodgers could have gotten into. But while Rodgers was drinking something illegal, the next player had the entire meat industry on its freaking toes. We all know that protein helps build muscles, and if any type of NFL player needs extra muscles, it's linebackers. So how much protein do they actually need? It depends on who you ask, and if you need Von Miller to give you an answer, then cows and chickens might go extinct faster than the dinosaurs ever did.
Every opportunity is given to me, I eat everything that's on my plate. I think I'll be all right.
Because for breakfast, this man has not 1, not 2, but 4 eggs with 5 turkey slices. Miller is the single biggest cause of turkey scarcity in North America after Thanksgiving meal shopping. For lunch and dinner, he switches to chicken with a carb to complement it. If you think that's a lot of protein, wait till you see what he takes between meals. Trust me, you'd feel bad for vegans all around the world. Miller still eats jerky as a snack before workouts and drinking shakes when he can.
Oh, that's just pink Himalayan sea salt.
I know that sounds like a lot of these big guns need big ammo, and by ammo I mean amino acids. In any case, Miller might be trying to render meat extinct, but what this next player is doing will definitely shock you. The last person I can recall turning into a superhero from candy was Henry Danger, but a certain candy did extraordinary things to this player. I'm talking about Marshawn Lynch and his Skittles craze. I mean, look at this guy
You cannot, Marshawn Lynch. You must tackle him low. You must grab his legs and wrap.
Wait, where have I seen this movie before? Who needs vibranium when you have Skittles? Certainly not Lynch. The more Skittles he took, the better his game was. It got to the point that his team made giving him Skittles a game plan. But Marshawn Lynch wasn't just winning on the pitch with Skittles, he was winning off of it as well. Bro became the face of Skittles, and I haven't seen him that happy since he got drafted. Now, thanks to Marshawn Lynch, every young kid wishing to make it big in the NFL has an excuse for their parents to buy them tons of candy. But while Marshawn Lynch has no limits to what he eats, this next player's diet proves that sometimes less is more. Cameron Jordan not only signed a 5-year, $55 million extension in the summer of 2015, but he lost weight just so he could play better in the edge rushing role instead of the end tackle role he previously played. To get leaner and stay that way, he had to start eating differently. His diet became so weird that you would think he was vegan. For starters, he mainly eats natural foods, and although he does have quite a sweet tooth, as he often snacks on Skittles, Starburst, gummy rings, Sour Patch Kids, and more, however, his main source of sugar is natural. That's because CJ eats grapes more than anything, and it doesn't matter if it's colors or if it's seedless or not. CJ eats them all. His fridge could pass for a refrigerated vineyard. To let you know just how much this defensive end loves grapes, the next food he's obsessed with isn't too different from grapes, and that's berries. Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. You know who else has a fruity flavor? Capri Sun, and CJ is a big fan. Not because it helps him play better, but because he never outgrew his favorite childhood drink. This man might as well be the sugar fairy at this point, but he can't live on just fruits and candies alone. So he has a lot of fish and has it with salads and tacos. He also makes sure when he's having a meal, there's some Creole mustard close by to make it extra tasty. But if you think CJ's diet is crazy, wait till you hear what Mahomes eats. If I didn't know better, I'd say Patrick Mahomes ate bricks for breakfast given how tough he is. I mean, look at the hits he takes.
And he forces him up. There's the low tackle to try and get him down. And right there, you see the thigh?
However, his diet isn't even that heavy. The average NFL player eats roughly 5,000 calories on a normal day and over 8,000 on match day. But Mahomes gets just about 3,000 a day. But what exactly is he eating? Well, on average, he fits 3 to 5 meals a day. Generally, he eats a lot of white meat mixed with vegetables, sweet potato, and quinoa as his go-to carbs. Heck, his diet is loose enough to fit in some meals at Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. But one thing Mahomes makes sure of is that there's always a bottle of ketchup on his dining room table.
I don't think it's that weird, but I put it on my macaroni and cheese, but people seem to think that's a weird thing. Some people.
His love for ketchup goes way back to when he barely knew how to throw a football. His shameless love for the condiment even made his favorite brand give him an endorsement deal. And as long as there's ketchup, there's a reason for Mahomes to throw one of those defense-splitting touchdown passes. I'm sure what you thought NFL players eat is far different from what they actually eat. But which player's diet shocked you the most? Let us know in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe and check out this next video showing on your screen.